Hello, Cleveland, and welcome to your 10-minute TA for the day. Let's get into the charts. All right, so what we're looking at today is here on the 6-hour chart. You'll notice that price action failed to break up and over that local resistance that we were talking about yesterday. Since then, since failing to break over, came back down and has tested 99.6 support, the 99.6 support level as, well, support, and seems to be holding strong. So really, it's decision time. Who's going to take control? Is it the Bears or is it the Bulls? If the Bulls take control, we're going to come on up, break through that local resistance on this next push, and test our all-time high of 103,859.38. That's aggregated from all of the exchanges that TradingView has an API with. But now, if the Bulls can take control, then we'll probably see this upward trending wedge. Yeah, that upward trending wedge there. That'll turn into a downward trending wedge, which is what they do, like we talked about yesterday. If that happens, we'll probably see something like a breakdown, a break up, a breakdown, break up, break down, to about there. Maybe takes a little longer than that, but that's about where it'll go. If it does turn into a downward trending wedge, why? Because that's where it started. That's where the upward trending wedge started. That's usually where the downward trending wedge goes to, or at the very least, down, or at the very most, I suppose, down to the 786 retracement here at about 89. So back down to that 90K level. Well, a little under. Anyway, let's delete that. And we'll delete that as well. Alright, still looking at this bearish div here. However, now that a new low has been formed here, we can set this as a flat bottoms, some flat bottoms there, and while RSI is putting in a lower bottom, that would be hidden bullish divergence between RSI and price action, as price action is put in flat bottoms. We don't count the wick, put in flat bottoms, and RSI is put in lower bottoms. So hey, if that's taking control, if is this bullish div taking control, then this bearish div might not hit quite so hard, and then yeah, we might not see a breakdown quite as far if it does turn into the breakdown, if the bears do take control. So yeah, once again, just like yesterday, if the bulls take control and the breakout happens, break all-time high, we're looking to come up here to this upward resistance, upward trending resistance that we've been looking at as well. Let's take a quick peek here at the indicators before takeoff, as not really much changed from yesterday. Let's take a look here at the 6-hour chart. First at the stochastic RSI, which is now in overbought territory and is curling over to start its oscillation back down. This could indicate that we are going to see the bears take control here, at the very least for the next several candles here on the 6-hour chart. Some bullish indications here, though, on the RSI, as RSI is still finding itself in bullish territory. That's over 50. And showing bullish momentum by being over its signal line, yellow signal line here. If you zoom in a little bit more, you'll also notice that it's starting to curl back upwards. And I've noticed that RSI seems to curl before Stokes curl. So this could be an indicator that the Stokes here on the 6 hour are going to get stuck here in overbought territory, as we've seen happen before. Not always, but it does happen. Now, if it does get stuck up there, that's what we want to see. That would kind of show us that the bulls are going to take over and possibly put us up a little bit higher. Again, how much higher? Well, up to here eventually, but if we look at this little bull flag, just this tiny little bull flag right here, you see it? There's that. There's the pole, and there's the little flaggy flag. Oops. Little flaggy flag here. Now, if we take the pole and we move it to the breakout point, we'll have ourselves a target of about 107. Correlates closely to this 109 target on the daily. So yeah, target's still the same. You know, I'm gonna delete this little bull flag that we drew on the 6 hour just because this chart's getting a little full there. So we're gonna delete it. If the bears do take control, like I was saying though, we're gonna see this oscillator not hold up here in overbought territory, but we'll see it drift down to oversold territory and then, you know, start its oscillation back up. What will price action do? Well, as long as we see price action stay over this stop and reverse here, then I'm going to remain bullish on the short term, like, you know, the next day or so. Super short term, let's call it. The next day or so. But if this stop and reverse gets flipped again, then yeah, look for those lower targets of, you know, 89 or even 85. Moving on to the daily indicators, we'll see bullish territory, however, bearish momentum with the RSI being under the Stokes, possibly indicating moving down to, you know, like we said, test 94 or, you know, go down to 90 or even 85. And, you know, these fib retracement levels. Oh, this needs to be moved. Up there. There you go. These fib retracement levels you'll see kind of actually line up with where the retracement would go, or where the downward trending wedge that we just talked about would go. Down to the 0.5 retracement, which is a known bounce point, although not the golden pocket between the 786 and 618. However, we don't have to see price action get that low. In fact, with the fervor and the supply shock going on, I don't think we will. I just don't think we will. What's a supply shock? Well, there's only, what, 400 Bitcoins mined every day, and just the ETFs alone are gobbling up like 1,000 every day, plus MicroStrategy gobbling up their ETFs. The U.S. government, or BTCs, the U.S. government is about to start gobbling up BTCs. Everyone, lots of governments are going to start buying it. So nation-state actors, companies, everyone's buying it, but there's only 400 mined every day. That's a supply shock. So much demand, very little supply. That's going to drive the price up. Anyway, stochastics look good on the daily as well, as they're pointing upwards. However, they are still finding themselves in bearish territory and could still reverse themselves again, just like we saw here on the 8th. Yeah. I guess we're just watching. Let's see who takes control. I'm rooting for the bulls. All right. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. If you made it this far, thank you so much. And much love. See you later.